I am going to be filming this video vlog style, and right now I just started uphill, so I'm actually really trying to make it not seem like I'm out of breath, but I really am. Okay, unleash your power by being your authentic self. That's what I titled this video, okay? And I want to start off with maybe a relatable story for you. So back in high school, I would be the class clown. I'd be the joker, and I would do a lot of things for attention, right? At the time, I didn't realize why I was doing it. I was just putting on this persona of doing things, interrupting the classroom, doing little pranks, honestly being a little disrespectful to some teachers, right? And I would do it to gain attention. And I just thought that's part of who I was. I thought that was part of my conditioning as having ADD. See, in all of high school, I really believed I had ADD. And I would totally like live through that belief. Even though I was pretty smart, I wasn't being my true self. I wasn't just comfortable in my shoes. And like I said, how I would do that is I'd try to grab attention from people. I'd be a class clown, joker, and I didn't realize that that's all that people started seeing me as. Maybe you can relate. Maybe you had some kind of action, something that you used to do. Do you see what I'm climbing up right now? I don't know why, I just feel called to do it. But maybe you also had some kind of action, some kind of thing you used to do, or maybe you do it now just to fit in, right? Just to be considered normal. And unfortunately, so many of us live the life where we believe we have to kind of hide behind a persona. We think we have to have a face mask of how people think we really are, right? I was that way until I started learning this. I had my spiritual awakening. Even after my spiritual awakening, I was like, wow, now I'm realizing all these truths about spirituality. I'm realizing that there's more to life. I'm realizing that I'm actually infinite and immortal. But as a spiritual being, I'm just having this experience, learning about karma, and I thought all that stuff was super weird. So I'd play it all off normal, so my friends would think I'm normal, and I could still go to the parties and stuff, because that's what I thought you had to do. I thought you had to go to parties in high school to have a fulfilling high school career, right? I got out of high school. I went to university for biochemistry. Again, another thing that I was pressured into, but I was having this awakening and realizing I don't want to work for the prescription drug companies. I want to do my own thing, right? Some stuff happened, I dropped out, and I did not know who I was anymore. At this point, I was living with my uncle, right? I had gone vegan. My friends from high school thought I had, just dropped out and wasn't going anywhere with life, maybe. Maybe they thought that. I can't step inside their heads, to be honest. And my family members, some supported me, but my immediate ones, they, like my mother, my stepdad, and some of my cousins, uncles, thought that I was going crazy, right? Thought that I was just full blown. I hopped off the boat and I was sinking down, right? I kind of thought that too. Then one day, so after I lived at my uncle's, I moved to my friends, my buddies, my spiritual friends, right? And his family was very spiritual, so I was so grateful that they let me move there. And I was still kind of figuring out what I wanted to do, what made me feel good, what my higher purpose was. at that point, my purpose was to find my purpose. It sounds crazy, but I had the driving force that motivated me. My belief system at that point was, all right, if I can make it my purpose to find my purpose, then like these next few months of my life, the universe will give me some hints, will give me some clues. And the universe provided me with this realization. It came through me, sunk into my heart, and I adopted this belief. And that belief has changed me. Whenever I remember it, things just start happening in a beautiful fashion. That belief that I got was that I am not going to do anything that doesn't feel good. I am going to be myself 100% authentically, unforgivingly. I'm going to go on my Instagram profile and I'm going to start talking about all this spiritual, esoteric stuff. And I did that and I lost a bunch of followers. I think I lost like 150 followers in like 2 months from talking about veganism on my Instagram stories, from talking about spiritual, esoteric topics like us actually having divine purposes and all being connected and all being immortal souls. And if you're someone that's watching this video at this point, I know you have those beliefs too. So I just want to say, you're gonna love life if you're being authentic, right? I don't want to make this all about me, but when you tell stories, they're relatable, right? So that belief of I'm going to 100% be my authentic self. All these societal standards of I have to get a job, I have to be full-time employed somewhere, all the societal standards, say that 10 times fast, societal standards. Societal standards, all of that stuff, I'm no longer believing in it, because all the societal standards, all that they were doing for me was making me not understand who I truly was. So like at the point before when I was in between and I said I dropped out of college, at this point I didn't know who I was. I didn't know who I wanted to do, what I wanted to do. Not who I wanted to do, I didn't know what I wanted to do, right? That's just like because the societal standards will make it where like if you're at a point where you want to follow your purpose or you feel like there's more out there, the societal standards, they will make you feel like you're going on the wrong path if you do what feels good. All right. So how was I able to overcome that? How was I able to unleash my true potential, my full power, right? And I mean, I'm not at full power yet, but I'm exponentially greater than I was 4 or 5 months ago, right? I'm inspiring people. I'm starting off my own businesses, right? I have my own set of values of what's important to me, and that is more important than anything. Having my own set of values instead of buying in to the regular beliefs, right? I started doing that literally just by not doing anything that didn't feel good and starting to go with the flow more, right? Taking opportunities when they presented themselves, but those opportunities presented themselves when I said, screw it, I'm going to be my authentic self. Like, I literally had this feeling, it's like a part of me died, and it felt so good. The part of me that felt like I had to do things to please others, I had to be a certain way, and I had to fit in. I was like letting that part of me die, walking forward into this new life where I'm being authentic. And I got so much more powerful in my own body. I started speaking to people with more confidence. I started being able to have better conversations with people. And after a bit of me posting the stories on Instagram, the esoteric topics, and after a bit of me literally just being my true self and not caring what people said when I talked about spirituality, when I talked about veganism, by me not caring about what other people would say and just being myself authentically, I started to actually gain more respect from people, because I was gaining respect for myself, right? People would actually recognize me, like, I hear you talking about all these positivities and spirituality on Instagram. I'm not gonna lie, I love hearing about it, right? And I'd hear that and I'd just be like, I know I am on my right path, right? The mosquitoes are attracted to me right now. It's all good though. So I tell that whole entire story of how I let go of certain beliefs, and I had this point where the part of me that wanted to follow regular social conditionings and hide my inner spirituality, that part of me died, and now I'm walking forward, being authentic, sharing my truth, doing what I want to do, which is having a positive impact, doing the things that I like to do, and not what the regular system tells me I should do. And the way I started doing that is by being my authentic self. Just going out there, being real. What my heart wanted to say, I would say, right? So if you do want to unleash your true potential, if you want to tap into a greater power, start being yourself, right? And you'll know it's yourself because nothing will feel forced. If you're being yourself, you'll actually feel good about talking about the things you want to talk about. If you're being your true authentic self, people will just be generally magnetized to you. Amazing, beautiful things will happen to you in life. You'll start glowing with radiant, benevolent energy. If you start being authentic, and being authentic, that just means that those feelings you have inside, you're not afraid to share them, right? You talk not without a filter per se, but you talk through the lens of, honestly, I don't care if people judge me. That's how you unleash your true power. It's simple. You just got to realize that you want to do things for yourself. You don't want to do it for anyone else. And at that point, it might sound selfish. Always give. Always give. And when you give, right, you are being your true self. Being your authentic self is giving a gift, because it's inspiring others to do so. It's bringing forward change. So be your authentic self if you want to be truly in your power. And I mean unapologetically. You don't have to apologize to anyone for being a weirdo. Because if we actually took down our egos and took off the personas, we'd see every single one of us is actually super weird. I'm here to tell you, embrace that weirdness, embrace that authenticity. You can either show it to the world, you don't have to, right? I like to show it to the world because I like inspiring. But you can just do it for yourself and it feels so good. Alright, that was my little vlog type video. I really hope you enjoyed. You pick anything up from this, I just want it to be that you're going to tap into your power when you live in authenticity. When you're authentic, being yourself. When things have this natural flow to life and you can't really explain it, but you know what you're doing is right. Just deep down you know when what you're doing is not something that's pleasing you. If you take that risk, hop into the uncomfortable, you tap into your true power. That's when we all change. But I'm not here to just talk about it, I'm here to be an example of it. So I love you all. Much love. I'm thinking of something to end this off. That was a really awkwardly long pause. I hope you like my weirdness and authenticity, and I hope it inspires something in you. Peace out. Goodbye.